Alright, finally got back to 3-gun. This is my first match in over a year. Went down to TDSA. The first course of fire had pistol targets on the right side, and at the end, you ran back, retrieved your rifle, and shot rifle targets on the left side. I was pretty happy with my performance on this stage. I don't really think there were many places that I could have made up more time. I did have one failure to neutralize, meaning I hit the target, but I didn't hit it enough. So I could have gained a little bit of time back on that penalty, but overall I think I did pretty well here. This stage was a mix of rifle and pistol. You started out with your pistol, cleared all the targets across, then you had to run diagonally back across the field, load your rifle once you reach the rifle box, and then shoot rifle targets on the left side at the end of the stage, and then shoot across to the right side behind these white barrels.
Shooting your case ready, stand by!
Those two silhouettes that I was shooting at behind the car are really only visible from back field. When you get all the way up to where I'm standing now, you can't see them very well. All you can see is the head. All the small silhouettes are rifle targets, as well as the clay pigeons, if you can see those. Those are all rifle. Right here I started to step too early, had to back up in order to shoot the clay. And in this final box here, I was just point shooting. I was not using my red dot, and that's why I had to shoot each target so many times in order to finally get holes in the paper.
Trying to point. Alright,
This was a fun stage. A lot of shotgun shooting, but
alright, shoot your case ready. Stand by.
couple misses with the pistol, but overall it's pretty happy here. That was a slug target. You may have heard the RSO say burn one. I had 2 slugs loaded in case I missed the first shot, so the second slug just went into the berm. Right here I made the mistake of firing to bolt lock, and I just lost track of what I was doing, dropped the bolt, and then started going into my double load here off the shell caddy that I was wearing. That one popper I hit it, but it didn't go down. I had to reshoot it. This was extremely frustrating. I spent 32 seconds on the smallest plate. I believe it was a 2 or 3 inch plate at 100 yards, and I just could not hit it. In hindsight, I should have zoomed in my scope a little bit more. It's a second focal plane, and I think that the reticle was just a little bit too coarse. So the dot in the center of the crosshairs was bigger than the target itself. If I'd have zoomed in more, that should have resolved itself, but I didn't think about it in the moment.
Hit. Hit. Hit.
And then 5 paper targets. I shot each of them twice. Wasted a lot of time on that middle target, but overall, it was okay. This is another fun stage. A little bit of shotgun in the beginning.
Stand by.
It's the only stage where you started with all 3 weapons on you. This pistol spinner was something new to me. I'd never seen a pistol spinner before, and I've only ever shot one other spinner, and it was a rifle spinner. That silhouette plate in the back there is a no-shoot, which I believe is a 15 or 20-second penalty if you hit it. So I made the decision to only shoot the bottom plate on the spinner, which made it harder to flip, but I also ensured that I didn't get any penalties by shooting the silhouette if I missed the small upper plate. I messed up my timing on a couple of these shots and I got kind of frustrated, but finally I managed to flip it. It was a 60-second penalty if you did not flip the spinner, so I shot it in 45 seconds. It took way longer than it should have, but or 47 seconds it took me. Better than not flipping it though. I was point shooting all these papers. I wasn't even looking through the dot, which was stupid, but I somehow managed to be clean on paper. I wasted a lot of ammo though, which hurt me here. I had to reload on these 2 steel targets. This final steel, I don't know. I don't know why I missed it so many times. I should have been able to ring it pretty easily, but it took me a couple shots and like 15 seconds or so to clear it. There we go.
9, 5, 7, 1. Shooter cage ready. Stand by.
Stage 5 was the most confusing of them all. There's a lot of targets on both sides, rifle and pistol. Pistol had to start unloaded, so quick load. And you'll see here in a second, I walk past a target on my right side in the next bay, and I have to backtrack, because if you aim behind your 180, like a line drawn out of your left and right shoulders, then you get DQ'd. So I had to backpedal in order to shoot that last pistol target. Quick reload. And some shotgun targets. I should have loaded on the run, but I forgot to do so. So I hit this shotgun spinner and then started my loading in order to have enough shells to finish it. Luckily, I put in 6, and that was exactly how many it took to get it over.
Over!
I was holding 2 more birdshot shells. I dropped them and pulled my slugs. I think I took 5 slugs with me on the stage for 2 slug targets, and I didn't manage to hit either of them. I wasted a lot of time here shooting at these slug targets, but somehow I still managed to place 4th overall on this stage, which was by far my best placement, so I can't really complain. As always, I had a great time, and I'll be back next week for their nighttime shoot, which will be a first for me. I'm excited to see what that's like.